What's up, guys? It's Executor from the Tennos. Today I am going to be bringing you one of our runs that we did just last night. It's on the new Tower 4 survival mission. So quickly before I jump into this, I just want to kind of make a little disclaimer that for one, this is our first run on Tier 4 survival. This is also our first run since the nerf of Trinity, so this is kind of more of a theory craft on new compositions that will work in survival. So we're in no way saying that this is like the only composition that will work. There's a ton other ones that will. We're just saying that this is one that will work. The other thing is we only did this for about 2 hours. We actually lost due to running out of oxygen, which is something that hasn't ever happened to us before. We know the root of the problem though, so I feel like in our future runs we'll have it figured out. Especially if we do one that's not in the void, it will definitely be longer. On paper, this composition can essentially go forever. So anyway, the composition that we're running is Loki, Mag, Banshee, and Necros. From our other survival runs, you obviously know the reason why Necros is important, so I'm just going to get that one out of the way. Obviously, it gives more greens. The second one is Banshee. Banshee, right now, if you look at the screen to the left, that's the Mag's point of view. That's the room that we're using right there. As you can see to the left there, that was Soundquake. So what we're doing is we're pretty much just feeding him energy plates, and he's Soundquaking non-stop, because now it's a channel until you stop it. So as long as he has energy, he can keep going. So basically, as you can see on the right side there, all those enemies are being staggered outside of this room. They can't get inside. That's what's keeping us alive. Because in the past, when we had our Trinity for the immunity, that didn't matter. But now we have to kind of play more crowd control. So we have them being staggered outside of the rooms, and the next frame is Mag. So what he's doing, from you, as you can see, he's basically just shield polarizing, which if you've seen our other videos, that's a common thing. What we learned from when we did our Tower 3 survival was that enemies that are non-corpus still die because of the way the shield polarized works. Because they're around enemies that have shields, they take the AoE damage from those shields just as much as the others. And it's not as effective as, I'm sure, if it was purely corpus. You know, a lot of times things don't die because there's no shields up, and so we have to kill them with weapons and stuff like that. Shibo and I are both using dreads in this, which I think is a pretty effective sniper weapon. I'm not sure what Fat Fu, our Necros, was using, and then the Banshee wasn't shooting at all. But so I think the reason we pretty much brought sniper weapons to finish off the ones that don't die to polarize. But after running this in hindsight, I think we should have brought some sort of AoE weapon. A lot of times polarize was bugging to where it was doing, as Shibo said, it was doing 0 damage when there were shields up. So it's either something with the new Eximus that's causing it, because I think if we were doing a regular corpus, we would be just fine. So a lot of times there was big groups and shield polarize was doing nothing, where other times it was doing something, and they definitely had shields. So I think in the future, if we had some sort of AoE weapon, that would be nice. The next frame we have is Loki. As you can see, that's who I am on the right side here. And so the main strategy behind Loki is purely based on being the one who can pick up the oxygen. When we were theory crafting the comp, it was pretty obvious that we needed something like Necros to give the greens. We needed a kill frame like Mag. We needed a frame that could crowd control them. And then the biggest question was, without Trinity, without immunity, how are we going to be able to pick up oxygen, or rather extract, was actually the biggest concern. when they're all able to one-shot us very easily. So Loki was probably one of the first ideas that popped in our heads with that. So yeah, basically I'm just doing invis, run around, watch the timer when it's about to go down, hide out of line of sight to re-invis. I'm running natural talent and max duration, so that's the most effective for that. I did die a few times because stray bullets are something you definitely have to look out for. In this hallway that I keep going in and out of, if they're shooting at my teammates, they will sometimes hit me, and that's a pretty big problem. The other thing that happened to us in this run is I actually didn't use my last revive, but the way that you have to play with Loki is when you have your last revive gone in this composition, you have to act like that's the end. What I mean is when like it's right now I have 1 revive left, and so if I were to use that revive, we would all have to leave right then. And some of you might not understand, thinking, oh well, why wouldn't you milk it any further? The problem is, if I then die after I have no revives left, we've just basically lost, because the risk is so high that if I die, we lose the entire run. So you have to act like that last revive is having no revives left. So as soon as you use that last one, you have to extract. It's a tough truth to swallow, but it's just facts. If you want to complete the mission successfully and not fail and lose all the rewards, and let me tell you, Tier 4 survival, the rewards are insane. I will put a list in the description for the rewards that we got. To note, the ones that I can remember offhand, 55 rarefied fusion cores, because they come in packs of 5. 55 of them. That's pretty crazy. And then we also got 2 Rhino Prime chassis, and I think there were some other pretty good ones too. Alright, and one last thing, if you're possibly a new viewer or you haven't seen our Tower 3 survival video, room is the most important thing, and this room that we're using is actually the room we had in mind before we even came into the mission. With this kind of thing where we're using a frame, and granted he has max range, but we're using a frame to basically crowd control the enemies, you need it to be in a spot that's small, and it needs to be where they're bottlenecked coming in from preferably more than one door, and so this is pretty much why I would say this is probably one of the most successful rooms of the Void. There might be a few others, but this is one I would highly suggest. To wrap it all up, I would say this is the most fun I've had in this game for a long time. I urge you guys to check it out. This mission it's difficult, and it's not even, I wouldn't even say it's the mission itself. I mean, sure, the Eximus and like this disrupt aura is insane. I keep getting it, and so I have to like count to myself how many seconds I have left on invis, because it messes up my UI, so I actually don't get to see how much time I have left, and that's an easy way to die. So it's very challenging in that aspect, but I think the most challenging thing is just not having Trinity. And I mean, I was always a proponent for nerfing Trinity, because I mean, obviously in our videos we used it a lot, and it was just too overpowered. It took out the challenge of the game, and I really enjoyed this. Towards the last, this is like the last 10 minutes here, I had so much fun. I mean, we were panicking for oxygen, and we're like, you know, communicating a lot and trying to figure out, because, you know, obviously we get one shot when things come through. Drones come through this door, they don't have shields on them, and they kill our teammates, and it's very upbeat, and you have to focus a lot. I mean, instead of being kind of like this droning along doing the same thing over and over again, it's, you know, it actually takes a little bit more skill than other ones, and I think in the future we'll have a better way of killing them. The reason that we ran out of oxygen, in my opinion, is that we weren't killing them fast enough. We definitely, like I was saying, the problem with shield polarize. I think if we bring better AoE weapons, and if we can figure out the problem with that, I think we can definitely go a lot longer. So stay tuned for that. I think the next thing we might want to try is a tier 4 defense. If they've changed to where they don't bug in the spawns, that's definitely something we'd be interested in. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check the description below if you want to see what rewards we got. Also, in the description below, I'm going to give you the link. We did stream this. Sorry, I had no way to link it to you guys, but it's Shibboleth's stream. If you guys ever want to check it out, I don't know how we would let you know that we're streaming. I suppose if you follow him on Twitch, it'll tell you. So definitely check that out if you want. I know we're thinking about trying to stream more. I can't say how frequent we will be streaming, but yeah, anyway, if you want to watch the whole entire video, not the whole entire video, it started about 40 minutes in or something like that, but a good portion of the survival with audio and everything like that. You want to hear how we communicate, how we figure things out. We also have a little bit of fun, so go ahead and check that out if you guys want to watch that. It's in the description below. And thanks again for watching, guys. See you later.